Good morning, everyone. This is Deborah. I am making this video to hopefully get some feedback from anyone. I might have mentioned it on one of my videos. I know I shared that I had COVID. I had COVID about a week before I ever heard of it. I had gone to Walmart and I came home and I got really sick that week. I am hardly ever sick. I think I've had the flu maybe twice in my whole life. So I thought I had the flu. And I would say it was probably the worst experience I had having the flu, which is what I thought I had. So I had it for about a week. I was sick for about a week and I was in bed, which is unusual for me. I'm very active, and even when I don't feel good, I hardly ever just sleep and sleep. Well, after I experienced that and thought I had the flu, I began to hear about COVID. And what really set me off was because they associated it with Walmart. They were saying, if you go to Walmart, you need to wear a mask and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe that's what I had. So I never was diagnosed, but I really believe that's what I had, just because of the timing and the fact that I never get sick and stuff like that. Well, I had some symptoms that I don't know if I have ever heard of these symptoms, maybe, and I'm hoping some of you can, educate me about this, because after I experienced that, I could not comprehend what I was reading. And I have been reading the Bible since, a teenager, and I would read the words, but they meant nothing. Like I couldn't, always when I read the Bible after I was filled with the Holy Spirit, I could feel the presence of the Holy Spirit as I would read the Bible. And, my emotions would be moved and different things like that. And I always had great reading comprehension. I mean, I was tested on a college level in like 6th grade, and they moved me into the top group, which I wish they never had, because when I went to high school, I was in with all these liberals. Unfortunately, they did the same thing to my daughter. Had I known any better, I would have taken her out of that group, because I am convinced that they are part of the reason why my daughter doesn't want to have a relationship with me. She thinks I'm weird, and they don't understand the movings of the Holy Spirit, and I have not shared very much with them the things that that I experience. So anyway, it was very frustrating when I couldn't feel the Holy Spirit. The words wouldn't mean anything to me, and I have been struggling all this time. Now, you know how long ago it was that COVID first came out, and I got pretty depressed about it, to tell the honest truth. I wasn't, really sharing with you guys how bad it was, and it was really terrible. And I was concerned, and I was like, maybe this isn't COVID. Maybe I just am backsliding, and just all kinds of things like that. Well, one night, and I did share this on a video, I had been praying very regularly about this problem. And one night I woke up out of a dead sleep, and I can't even describe what was happening to me. I felt like I was dying, and I fell out of my bed onto the floor, and I called my husband. We don't live together. He lives in another state, and we just have never, we're older, who cares? But anyway, I fell out of bed and I was laying on the floor and I thought I was dying. And I called him up and I said, I think I might be dying. And he said, well, call, if you don't get better, call an ambulance. And I said, okay. I got off the phone and I managed to get back in bed. And when I woke up the next morning, I was totally back to normal. Totally back to normal. And after that happened, I recognized that I was doing a little bit better with this after effects of COVID. But I still was not able to read and comprehend. Not that I couldn't comprehend, the words meant nothing. They were like dead to me. They were just like the saying, words on a page. Well, you guys, the last couple of weeks, and especially, wow, I feel the Holy Spirit rising up right now. Wow, hold on a minute. See, this is a confirmation for me. I have been reading this week, and I have been able to comprehend what I'm reading again. And this morning, this is why I'm sharing, because this morning it was like it was back to normal. So the whole reason I'm making this video is to just confirm this COVID affects people spiritually. I don't know how they've done it. I don't know what they put in this stuff. We know it's the fallen angels, doing, Satan's, their ruler, but I was suspecting that it was spiritual, that this COVID was spiritual, and I thought, how can they make something that's going to affect my spirit, that's a physical illness? But I'm telling you, whatever they did, it is associated with our spirit, this COVID, and who in the world can imagine what they have in mind for the next round. So I want to share this, and I would love to hear some feedback from you guys and see if anybody else has experienced this. It was really scary. I was thinking I was going to have to go into a home. I'm serious, and I am so grateful that our Father has confirmed for me that this was associated with COVID. I mean, I read the Bible last night and it was like old times, the words meant something to me, and I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit moving as I read, and I'm so grateful. But I would really like to have some feedback about this and find out if anybody else has experienced this, and also to just be warned that the stuff they're doing, they are manipulating somehow our spirit, our soul, or I don't know how it works, but it was definitely demonic. So anyway, I look forward to your comments. As you can see, I'm only walking Abby now. Kira, my oldest, is 19 years old. Molly, my second oldest, is 17 years old. And they just can't do this walk. And I feel sorry for Molly because she really wants to walk. I mean, she loves this trail. I love this trail. It's Abby's favorite trail. This is where she goes every time I want to take her for a walk. She wants to come here, and it's like 2 miles long when you walk one way and then come back. But she's only 6 years old, so she can do it. But, I look forward to your comments. I love you guys. Oh, and I am getting reactions every time I hear about the rapture. My spirit responds to that subject, and I really do believe we're going to be changed soon. I don't know how it's going to look. But it really, truly is very close. And I know some of you have already seen the Lord, and I've had dreams about the Lord, but I was never allowed to. He would be with me, and he would be talking with me, and I knew it was him, but I wasn't able to, like when I woke up, I wasn't able to remember what he looked like. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, we were flying together and all kinds of things, but I don't know why I don't get to see him. Well, I think I do, because Father told me one time when I was, watching videos where people were with Jesus and they were doing this and that with him and stuff. And I had a friend the Lord put in my life. She was a seer and she could see Jesus all the time. And I was really hurt by it because I was saved when I was like 7 years old. And she got saved and immediately saw the Lord, but her gifting was to be a seer. And Father told me the one time, he said, I can't do the things with you that I do with her because you would not come back. Which I think is, that's kind of awesome and kind of sad at the same time, because I've never wanted to be here. I don't know. I've never wanted to be here. Even when I was when I was 6 and 7 and 8, I got saved at 7, and I used to tell my mom all the time that I didn't want to be here, and she thought I was weird. I mean, how many 7-year-olds say they don't want to be here? You know what I mean? So this is not our home. I know you guys feel the same way. And also I've been seeing 144 a lot. And so I'm going to close now, but I look forward to reading your comments. Love you all. Shalom.